Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Lisa, Shitian, Rashwan, Kayla?
Here. Here.
Here. Sorry. I thought you were saying Russia. Okay, I'm here.
Yeah, Rashwan, yeah. Is Rashwan here?
Rashman's is here right now. I think he left for a bit though. He got disconnected. That's it. He was here though.
He was here, is it? Okay. Let me know when he responds. Niren and Mingya?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alpha and Winnie?
Yes.
Jasper and Inan? Very
Yeah.
nice. Very, very nice. Angelina and Yanis?
Here.
I'm hearing one more, right?
No, they both said.
Okay, they both said okay. Amina and Naim?
Here.
Amina?
Mina mentioned she'll be late.
Most probably Solat.
Okay. Sean and Leah?
Here.
Here.
Very, very nice. Sue and JQ?
Yeah.
Here.
JQ here also. Yeah.
Minha and Ali?
Both here. Minha is driving by the meeting.
Okay. Mawia and Baish?
Here. Here.
Okay. Janice and James?
Here.
James?
He's here, he's here.
He's here, okay. Adrian and Megan?
Here.
Very nice.
Rashwan's here.
Russian's here. Very, very nice. That is here. Okay. Editors?
Here.
Here.
Yeah, they are here. 4. Is anyone from Muis not here? Muis? Anyone
Not
not?
just here.
Okay, Sachiv is here. Sharon is here.
I think it's just Jessica. Everyone's here except Jessica.
Okay, everyone's here except Jessica, is it? Okay. Anyone from CNS not here?
Everyone is here from CNS.
Okay, very, very nice. Okay, so the only people who are currently absent are Jessica and Amina, right? Okay. Okay, Brendan, what's next?
Okay, so after this, we will head on straight to if the motions and deliberations. So I think we can begin with motion number 1 for today. So I think just to recap, so if for those of you who have not read the business report, the first motion we have today is to discuss and vote. So just to give context, recently the activities chairpersons have proposed a sunset clause for clause 28 sub-point 6, which states that the AAC are required to meet every 2 weeks and to instead amend this to meet as deemed necessary by the committee itself, or for a minimum of once a month during the semester. So you guys can read the following justification given, right? Are there any, we will have to go through a vote one by one for this, so let's try to make this as quick as possible, but are there any objections or questions or concerns to the amendment of this motion, or this clause, sorry? If there are no objections, I think we can proceed straight to voting. So this motion is moved by Niren, seconded by Mengya. So I think we can begin. So I think starting with vice presidents.
4.
Okay, I'll say 4. Treasurers.
4.
CNS heads.
4.
MOIS heads.
4.
Publicity officers.
4.
Welfare officers.
4.
Women's officers.
4.
All right, School of Arts and Social Science representatives.
4.
School of Business representatives.
4.
School of Engineering representatives. 4. All right, thank you. School of Information Technology representatives.
4.
School of Medicine and Health Science representatives.
4.
All right, thank you. School of Pharmacy representatives.
4.
And School of Science representatives.
4.
Okay, so motion number 1 is unanimously passed, which means that the Activities Advisory Committee for the clause 28 sub-point 6, this will be amended as a sunset clause towards the end of our term, our current Musa 2022 term, which states that to meet as deemed necessary for a minimum of once a month during the semester. I will caution the AAC to be aware of the fact that they would need to meet at least minimum once a month, but they no longer need to meet every, for example, 2 weeks or a week. All right. Okay. Okay, I think moving on to motion number 2. So for this one, it is a similar motion, except for the Welfare First Committee. This one is moved by Inan and seconded by Jasper, right? Which instead state for clause 30 sub point 8, right? And to amend the motion towards the state to meet once every month during the semester, instead of having to meet, I believe, every 2 weeks, right? And this would also similarly last towards the end of our term. So I believe if there are no objections, or are there any objections or concerns? Okay. All right. So I think if there are no objections or concerns, I think we can go straight to voting for this motion. Vice Presidents.
4.
All right. Treasurers.
4.
CNS heads.
4.
MUIS heads.
4.
Activities.
4.
Publicity officers.
4.
Women's officers.
4.
School of Arts and Social Science representatives.
4.
School of Business representatives.
4.
School of Engineering representatives.
4.
All right. School of Information Technology representatives.
4.
School of Medicine and Health Science representatives.
4.
School of Pharmacy representatives.
4.
And School of Science representatives.
4.
Okay, great. Thanks, guys. So which would mean that the motion again is unanimously passed, which means that the Welfare Affair Committees to the end of our term would only need to meet once every month during the semester, but please do remember to meet once a month every semester, just to meet this criteria. But this sunset clause will last all the way till the 31st December 2022. Okay, thank you, everyone. I think moving on to the last and third motion for today. Thanks, Dom. Okay, so all right, I think Dom, would you like me to introduce this one as well?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, great. So motion number 3 today, right, is also to discuss and vote. So today, the President and General Secretary of the Department would like to propose the formation of a committee to discuss the restructuring and rewriting of the Musa Constitution. So as a lot of you might know, the Musa Constitution, or you may have not known, right? The Musa Constitution has been in the rewriting process for a while now, where we have been in contact with Student Life as well as an external law firm about amendments that needs to be done towards the Musa Constitution and to get it legally reviewed so that we can be more established as an organization. So the General Secretary's Department and the President's Department would like to propose the formation of the Constitutional Working Committee, or the CWC, where we will create and complete a proposal that will be presented to the MSC about the suggested amendments to the Constitution or the suggested rewriting of certain clauses. And if and once this motion is approved, as the last line says, we will recruit interested members to start work at the next available timeline or opportunity. So this motion is moved by Dominic and I seconded by me. So I think are there any questions or objections, Nirain?
Is this like an ad hoc committee where it'll be like done like after it's solved, or is this an ongoing thing where from now on every committee, I mean, this will be formed every year?
Okay, Dom, would you like to answer that question?
Ideally, this first. Okay, so for the changes to be made to Constitution, we have to have it done in writing, and any amendments to the Constitution from once the Constitution is professionally rewritten by Shen Delamore, any amendments to the Constitution will no longer go through MSC. It will go through MSC's approval, and will also require the assistance of lawyers, either from our Monash side or from the external law firm to make any changes. So the idea is to have a Constitution that is, once completed, does not require any further amendments. Of course, we are exceptional sunset clauses if need be. And it's also to update the Constitution, because last time it was changed in 2019, that was pre-pandemic. They might have some things that will need to be changed after the lockdowns. So this should be a one-time working thing. Any future amendments will have to go through MSC as per usual, but we'll follow the traditional steps and not have a working committee, because the proposals we are making are one shot and quite a few at the same time.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Next, I think Imam raised his hand first, right?
Hey guys, thank you for this. So I just want to ask, just to confirm, so there are no limited amount of numbers and who can join, right? In terms of the office barriers.
Yeah, so there are no limits on who or how many people can join because this issue concerns the entirety of Musa. Hence, the more input we have is better. And it's even better if we can have members from all sides because then we have an unbiased view of the situation from everyone's perspective.
Okay, just a follow up from that. If this motion is passed, how long will be the recruitment period for the members of the
We
committee?
have not determined that yet. It is to be discussed. Once we have the approval to open up a working committee, then only we will decide because until then there is no point for us to decide on a recruitment period if it's not even an approved initiative.
Okay, thanks, Dom.
Check you.
Will the committee just include students or like members from faculty and staff?
Okay, so the core members are proposed to be from our side, like Musa internally. However, we are actually seeking to have justified reasoning and conclusion. So that also means that we need the input from staff as well. If you have suggestions as to who from faculties to include, you are more than welcome to suggest them. We are thinking of at least consulting lecturers from School of Business from the management perspective to see whether how efficient our system is and how they think that it can be improved. So of course, research based lah.
Oh, because my question is like how if like regarding external parties like staff and lecturers and all those how do you ensure that they are not trying to say this in like a banal way, but their interest is towards Musa as a whole, but not towards the furtherment of their own agenda?
I mean, staff have no obligation to help Musa. So if they are helping us, then we can also discuss this in further detail. But if you are okay, if this is the question you're asking, then it should be discussed in further detail. Yeah. But some things that we can do is potentially we have like everything laid out in a contract as well, a memorandum of understanding, so that we can understand that both the staff and our side are on the same page.
Okay.
Okay. Does that answer your question, Shakir?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Rashwan?
Yeah, so I'm wondering if we have a timeline plan. For example, let's say we move forward with this. Do we have a timeline plan for like selecting people for the committee and when we're going to be meeting them to make the changes?
Ideally, you open tender. Okay, I'm going. Okay, ideally it will be open tender because, like I said, we would like opinions from all parts of Musa. But we would like to get started by the end of the elections because Brandon is busy until then, and we must finish by sometime in early June because annual elections will be happening in September, so some buffer time would be appreciated. I say June because this is Malaysia and Malaysian timing always overruns, so we are not likely to finish in June, but June will be the initial deadline. And as for recruitment period, I don't think that we'll set a limit on when people can be recruited unless absolutely necessary, but like I said, open tender lah.
Also, when it comes to the changes to the constitution, are we still bringing it to MSC for approval?
I did write presented to MSC.
Yep, that answers my questions.
Okay, cool. Any other questions?
I don't think there are any further questions, but if there are, you can always feel free to message Dom or I about any questions you have. But I think we can go straight to voting on this. Imam, do you have anything to say? Okay, great. All right. So with that being said, I think we can get started on voting for motion number 3. So moved by Dominic and seconded by myself. So I think we can start with vice presidents,
4,
treasurers,
4,
CNS heads,
4,
MUIS heads,
4,
activities,
4,
publicity officers,
4.
Welfare officers,
4.
women's officers,
4.
School of Arts and Social Science representatives,
4.
School of Business representatives,
4.
School of Engineering representatives.
4.
I think I just saw Minhao tell me it's 4 as well in the chat. Okay. School of Medicine and Health Sciences representatives.
4.
Okay. School of Pharmacy representatives
4.
and School of Science representatives.
4.
Okay. Thank you guys. So motion 3 is unanimously passed. So what this means is that after, you can expect a timeline from us soon and the open of the recruitment period, but we will follow up with more details soon enough, possibly after by-elections, so perhaps sometimes around early April on further details. But this is quite important and all your perspectives and input are appreciated. So yeah, we would gladly welcome everyone here to partake in any form or in any way possible, right? Okay, yeah, I think that's all, right? Any further questions you can redirect to me or Dom, right? Or Dom, all right? Right, okay, I think we can move on to the reports for today. So I think we can start with Dom or President's Department of all this.
Okay, I've got a lot of things, but I'll try to make it brief. So I'll only present the highlights. First part of the report is office keys. So there is a new process with regards to distribution and recollection of office bearers' keys, in which Rachel from Student Life is now in charge of. The loss of an office bearer's key will now incur a possible fine and additional penalties. Possible penalties have not been made concrete yet, but it will. But yeah, so penalties have not been determined yet because the system has only been discussed a couple of days ago and is not fully implemented. I think it will only come into effect towards the end of this year. But additional changes have also been made, but they will only affect the admin processes and not office bearers directly. If you want to know more about what happens for each of the processes, I've written it down clearly in the bottom in my full report. Feel free to take a look there. And the second point, to committees and the constitution. So Musa 2022 will need to hold discussions with Student Life to decide on what amendments need to be made, as well as hold internal discussions to decide on internal restructuring. Constitutional amendments need to be made before the annual elections if Musa 2022 decides to implement them by the end of 2022. Last year, there was talk of making changes to the constitution, but unfortunately, we did not have enough time to complete any amendments last year, hence why it's been dragged over to this year. Ideally, and hopefully, we would like to make all the changes that we need by before annual elections so that everything there can be settled. But yeah, that's basically it for this second point. Sponsorships, due to other operational priorities, the sponsorship committee has not been able to meet. However, Ms. Santana from Career Services will be helping Musa with possible promotion to any relevant connections. Additional details are also in my report. So the deal we basically reach is that if we have events that need sponsorship and if we have any concrete amounts or like a sponsorship tier list or anything, as long as we have a proposal, she will help us market it to any relevant connections or employers that we have, for example, with our career fair. For summer audit, an audit on the Monash's course accreditation status was conducted on Tuesday, which involved volunteers from Musa and the student body. So there is no further news regarding this. Maybe Student Life will update us regarding future developments, but note that the future summer audit will not be held for maybe another 5 years. Okay, for Musa laptops, I have just received all 3 Musa laptops from ITS. They've finally been registered as Monash devices. It is available for loaning by departments and divisions. However, I will need appropriate justification to loan them, and not just I want a laptop and I will want one to use. I will also be submitting a request to ITS also to reconfigure one of the laptops to allow for LAN printing, so that we don't have to use the office computers to print stuff every single time. We can instead just connect the Musa laptop to a LAN cable and print directly from there. Last item, office computers and printer. We will need a list of serial numbers for all the computers and CPUs to be compiled as soon as possible for IT requests to be made. The last person who was put in charge of this was Niren. If there are no changes, then Niren will continue to work on it. If not, then Niren, you can please delegate the responsibility to someone else, or just let me know if you are preoccupied with other responsibilities and cannot handle it. But other than that, we need the list because we want to see if we can upgrade our OS from Windows 7 Enterprise to something else more modern. And if we want any additional monitors as well, we have to put in a request, and that also means that we also need a list of serial numbers. The office printer is working and can be used using the procedure, and you need your network ID and the password that you use to log into your office computer to access that. For those office bearers who also don't have access to your computers because you don't know the password, we also need the serial number, because if you want to raise any request to reset the passwords, we need the serial numbers. Yeah. Any questions? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm assuming there are no questions. If any questions, you can just raise in the chat. Okay. Acceptance of the presence report accepted by
Brandon.
Okay, very nice. Next, we'll move on to Brendan, Vice President's report.
Presidents are conducting Beyond Academics, an initiative where senior students who excel in both academics and extracurricular talk to the juniors, who are basically the first years from the new intake, and they encourage them and inspire them to also do well in academics as well as extracurricular activities. So we've recruited 14 speakers, 2 from each school, and the initiative is ongoing. And the second point is something exciting is coming up. That's the Musa Merchandise Classics Edition. We're going to operationalize this hopefully by the 3rd week of the semester. And right now we're just focusing on packaging. This is basically where we bring the merch from previous years back. Yeah. And during the first CEC meeting that was held on 8th of February, the Vice Presidents requested for the statistics of the current students in Monash, Malaysia, and the Vice President's Education, Professor Beverly, approved it and provided us with the statistics and details, which we passed on to the school representatives. And finally, there's an update about the General Studies units. So starting from semester 1, 2022 intake, General Studies units have been changed, some been replaced, and some remain the same, but this only applies to whoever who enrolled in the first semester of 2022. So everybody before that follows the same structure as before. Yeah. Any questions? Right. Okay. Accepted by Vice President's report.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so General Secretary support, I'll be quick with this. So, all right, by-elections 2022. By-elections will commence soon on March 7th, and the by-elections will contest just 2 positions, School of Business, male and female representative. You guys are more than welcome to view the full timeline there or revisit the blueprint from MSC1. So just to let you guys know, the current School of Business male and female representatives, Natalia and Sean, will have to go through re-election alongside other potential candidates, right? Okay. For Subcommittee recruitment, as you all know, it began on February 28th and will commence throughout till March 21st. I expect all divisions and departments to promote recruitment through their personal official Musa pages if possible, right? And also the General Secretary Department, or I, would like to remind you all that you will need to contact your candidates as soon as possible and provide them with the opportunity for an interview. Or if there's any other concerns about Subcommittee recruitment, you can always approach me. All right, last point, stationery counting. As you all know, I seized or politely took your stationaries a while back, right? So I will recount all your stationaries and redistribute them accordingly. I will also be releasing a form soon to understand what additional stationaries your department or division might need, right? Or any other things that you might need to purchase, and I will put in a purchase for them. Okay, but I think that is all, right? I think Shamafka, maybe you can answer Ashley privately. Okay, acceptance of General Secretary's report accepted by?
Natalia.
Thank you, Natalia.
Okay, hi treasurers.
Okay. Hello. Can you guys hear me? Okay. So
Yes.
for the highlights, there will be first will be the subcommittee recruitment. 6 out of 7 subcommittees have been recruited by Musa treasurers, and we still have one vacant slot available for the position of an auditor. The second one would be the audited version of OPEC 2022 has been sent to student line. And the third point would be the fund tracker, which is the Google Sheet for developments to fill in for fund requests, has been finalized. Musa treasurers are also able to process the e-procurement system, but are still waiting funds from finance. And the last point would be all office bearers have been briefed about the fund request process. Accepted by.
Brandon? I didn't hear you say it, but I think you said it. Cool.
Is that a question or is that a statement?
You're talking to me?
Yeah. You would like
Okay,
to do it?
I'm accepting the treasurer's report.
Okay. Ines, next.
Okay, hi. So for the first point will be ongoing upcoming events. So for CNS, we actually had an informative session during orientation week. So 12 clubs actually participated in presenting their clubs. So next will be CNS AGM that just happened yesterday. So we had a total of around 200 participants from clubs, and we also basically we talked about all the processes for CNS for this year. Next will be the virtual CNS week. So this will be happening next week from 7th of March to 11th of March. So we actually decided to make it virtual because of COVID, obviously. So the format of this CNS week will be like last year. It will be like postings on Instagram for each club based on their categories. Next will be Monash Cup. So we are currently holding the House Committee elections, and the Monash Cup AGM will be held on 23rd of March. And for the work in progress, we are currently collecting the committee membership data. And for the clubs, 4 clubs have approached us for reactivation, and 2 of them, which is volleyball, badminton, and pools, 3 of them, sorry, have been reactivated. Okay, yeah, that's all. Any questions? Okay, so acceptance of heads of CNS report accepted by
Amina.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Okay, Muis, report.
Okay. I'll be reporting this one because Rashwan is not feeling well. So from our secretary, the IBP forms, we have published it, and the event will start on 28 February 2022, and it will end on the March 13 of 2022. And we have conducted the interview sessions and emails to the selected subcommittees. And we have finalized the January subcoms and will recruit the remaining vacant positions in the upcoming March recruitments. Yeah, so we have assisted the election commission by creating by-election timeline to facilitate the by-election. And from the treasurer side, we have recruited 1 subcom member over the 3 applicants that we got during the first batch of subcommittee interviews, and we're gonna recruit the rest in the upcoming recruitment. From activities, we have recruited 4 subcom members. We canceled the Advanced Sunway because of the sudden online event things. And we have planned and executed Musa orientation game nights despite the immediate changes in policies concerning campus events. And yeah, we have already gotten the feedback as well. Guys, focus. And the CRO's department, the CR for most countries have been officially selected, followed by a second recruitment for vacant reps. The rejection and acceptance emails have been sent out, but we do have empty slots for Indonesia and for other spots. So we're gonna update it on the Telegram group. So if you guys know anyone who will be interested, please do let us know. And we have recruited 3 subcom members, and we'll proceed with the March subcom committees to complete the vacant positions. And the second country recruitment will commence very soon in the March subcoms. Research and shortlisted venues for MCN inquired positions price have been received from the respective vendors, and we have decided to postpone MCN to the semester 2 and take the 1 role in the semester 1 instead, due to the online and everything. And from the media side, published subcom and country recruitment post along with a separate subcom recruitment form. We posted stories to celebrate Chinese New Year's, and we created a small confession Muis wall and Muis welfare padlet on Valentine's. And we also made a collaborative Spotify playlist that consists of love and breakup songs from all over the world. Published announcement on the option for online teaching, which received and replied with numerous responses from students. We created a post and story for mentor recruitment for the international buddy program requested by our secretary. We recruited 3 out of 5 applicants and promoted MIMA and the second round of subcoms at the booth to increase participants among visitors. Okay, now from the welfare, we have delivered personalized birthday cards from Musa to celebrate the international students via their emails. We create the Padlet website with some assistance from our team, media team, for Valentine's Day and for the Valentine's Day wall of confessions with the, and we already posted the confessions on our Instagram page. That's it. Thank you.
You forgot the most important part.
Oh, yeah. Accepted by?
Naeem.
Thank you, Naeem.
Okay, enjoy your Grab food. Activities.
Hi. Okay. So the changes to constitution are already done. So can you scroll down, please? Actually, no, so sorry. No, need to scroll down. My bad. Okay. So wait, no, you do have to scroll down. Sorry. sorry. Okay. Really quickly. So about the orientation booth. So pretty unsatisfactory turnout. You know, I mean, yeah, it was disappointing. We thought it would increase, but it really didn't. And of course, there was the COVID issues and stuff like that. We're just hoping for the July and also, okay, another issue. A lot of us are guilty for this, myself included. We were not all stationed at our assigned booths, which, I mean, this time around is fine, obviously, because, you know, we didn't really have anyone, but in the July intake, if at all things go to plan and it's physical, I think we need to stay in our assigned positions and stuff like that. Okay, moving on, about the Buddies program orientation event. Rather disappointing again. We had anticipated 300 students based on the Intro to Musa session, but we only had 96 participants, and that's inclusive of the moderators. Next, please. Then Subcom Recruitment, we have recruited 9 Subcom members. There are 6 slots remaining, 2 publicity, 3 entertainment, and 1 secretary. So yeah, pretty much that's about it. Are there any questions? No questions. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Acceptance of activities chairperson's report.
Megan.
Whoa, y'all really like us, huh? Okay, I had Megan first. So okay, thank you guys. Excuse me.
Okay. So here's the Publicity Officer report, first release of new SOP and regulations of publications. So the SOP and regulations of publications was released on 17 February 2022. The intention of these regulations is to make every publication's procedures clearer and efficient, as we face numerous post requests from the Musa departments and external parties. In addition, the time frame provided is also to ease us in scheduling the content and to avoid spamming on our official pages. After the March recruitment, we are planning to finalize the publicity line group members, which will consist of all publicity subcommittees from every Musa departments and the publicity officers department. Moving on to the office bearer photo shoot and shirt. Unfortunately, due to some miscommunication with the supplier of the Musa OB shirt, we need to postpone the OB photo shoot. This issue has been discussed with the MSC members, and we decided to postpone the OB photo shoot until our OB shirt has arrived. We would like to apologize on this matter, as this problem is caused by the misunderstanding of the supplier. At first, our team already made it clear that the designs of the OB shirt are all with different names and positions. However, the supplier thought that every design is all the same. Hence, we need to start the procurement process from the beginning. Third, orientation giveaway. Unfortunately, we need to cancel our orientation giveaway event as the campus management did not allow any on-campus events at the orientation. And as for media initiatives, Monash Malaysia Campus Tour Vlog, we have released the Campus Tour Vlog at the orientation week. For this vlog, we mainly targeted new students and corona intakes that haven't been on campus. Moreover, until this live MSc, our Campus Tour Vlog viewers are around 1.7K on YouTube and 3.8K viewers on Instagram. This Campus Tour Vlog takes 2.5 weeks of planning, shooting, and editing, since we also face orientation at the same time. Lastly, we do hope that the numbers of the viewers will keep arising in the future. And podcasts from last year's podcast, we analyzed that the listeners aren't really that much and the engagements are pretty low. Therefore, we are planning to create a video-based podcast that is more attractive to students. Musa social media for our website faced a lot of viewers in February because of orientation. We reached 4.8K visitors a month and 11K in total of page views. We are hoping that the MUIS webpage are ready by the middle of March. Instagram and Facebook, we have released the Intro to Musa poster on both platforms. For students to know who their representatives are, we released the post at the beginning of orientation week, right after the Intro to Musa Zoom session to reach more engagement. In February, our social media pages received a lot of viewers and inquiries from the 1st February till 1st of March. Our Instagram page has reached 10.8K accounts and received 4.4% additional followers. As for Facebook, we got 2.780 page reach. Partnership and external parties request, Unbound x Musa. Recently, we already held 2 meetings with Unbound along with the Musa President, General Secretary, Welfare, and SOIT reps. In short, Unbound is a technological company focused on creating practical and innovative ways to engage with new technology. We partnered with Unbound to create an e-learning system with AR or artificial intelligence. Around this month, there will be another meeting with the Unbound team to discuss the system that we are going to implement on campus and to see the strategic places to implement it. We received several requests from external parties. However, we can't really accept all offers since we also need to check whether the external parties are relevant to Musa and to the student body. As for subcommittee recruitment poster, we have released the subcommittee recruitment poster along with the story to boost engagements. In addition, we are also planning to create a video-based story to attract more students for the subcommittee recruitment. That's all. So before I go to the acceptance, are there any questions? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Not yet, not yet.
Hey, that's unfair.
So acceptance of publicity officers department accepted by Jasper.
Ali.
Okay, I think that's Ali. Sorry, Amina.
It's okay.
Say again, Ali?
Ali.
Ali. I heard Ali.
No, it's Ali. No, don't change my name. No.
All right, guys. Hello, everyone. Hope you all are doing well. Okay, a few announcements are just like updates. So Dear 2022, our event, which was initially planned for this week, unfortunately cannot be carried on because of the inability of having physical activities on campus. In place, we have introduced a welcome back giveaway instead, which is running now. So if you guys have not participated, post yourself a picture of yourself on campus, or if you're online, post yourself online with the hashtag welcome back Monashians, and add us at Instagram at Musa Cares to be eligible for a 30 ringgit e-voucher. So yeah, shout out to that. Also, regarding the lounge, as of now, the lounge is closed due to COVID-19 guidelines being finalized. We cannot promise a date of when we are going to open it, but rest assured it's going to be soon, and further updates will be given on that. Another note would be for the vending machines. Whoever is in the lounge or anywhere, do not buy anything from the vending machines because there contains expired stuff. And whoever did buy it, it's hope you're not dead or something, you know? Like, yeah, please don't buy it. We've put the signs there, just, yeah, stay safe. As for the Musa cleanup and maintenance, we have all carried that out successfully. So good job to everyone. Good job, guys. Yeah, all broken lights and everything have all been replaced. And if your air conditioning is leaking like the welfare officer's one, let me know and I will contact the relevant authorities for that. So yeah, that's all for my part. Over to Ina.
Yeah, hi. So next thing is lockers. A notice for the students to empty all their occupied lockers has been issued on our Instagram. They're to be emptied by Okay, it was originally March 7th, but we have decided to extend it a little to March 11th, the end of next week. And the booking sheets for the Musa spaces and for the locker rentals will go live next week. So everyone can stay tuned to our Instagram for that. The fire department inspection, authorities from the fire department have run inspections at the sports center. That was carried out the day before yesterday, I think, or was it yesterday? I don't remember. But yeah, and then we just raised a motion to amend the Welfare Affairs Committee meeting frequency from twice a month to once a month, which was just passed. So I think that's all from the welfare officers. Does anyone have any questions? 3, 2, 1. So motion number 12.
Jasper.
I believe the count is finished, but yes, Dom.
Food trucks.
Yes, okay. I guess it's not in the report, but we just received notes that food trucks will be on campus starting next week. So I expect to see a schedule being posted by us on Musa Cares. There'll be like, I think food trucks every day, but you stay tuned on that. So yeah, more food for us.
I'm so happy about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, that's all. Start the count
Yeah,
again.
no questions. Motion number 12, acceptance of welfare officers report, accepted by
Irene.
Imam.
Miriam.
Yes.
Thanks, Miriam, and everyone. So yeah.
All right, so hi everyone, and yeah, first and foremost, for International Women's Day, the Women's Officers Department and the subcommittee members are in the midst of preparing educational posts to be posted starting from the 8th of March. So the topics covered in the post will be a brief history of International Women's Day, different types of feminism, and the women we look up to. So next is Doctors Without Borders, in short MSF, in conjunction for International Women's Day. So Musa is officially an event partner for an upcoming event organized by Doctors Without Borders, an international independent medical humanitarian organization that was created in the belief that all people should have access to healthcare and that people's medical needs outweigh respect for national boundaries. So in conjunction with International Women's Day, the event proposed by MSF is an online webinar titled Women in Leadership, Dare to Take a Step. So the speakers are 3 passionate women leaders that consist of Dr. Mina Chiafong, Dr. Caitlin Chuwarin, and Eliza Chan. So the Women's Officers Department will promote this event on our social media platform to encourage students to participate. So next up is monthly discussion. The first monthly discussion is going to be held on the 25th of March, and we are still in the process of finalizing the first official topic for the monthly discussion. And the next one is about the women's room. So we are currently inquiring student life about the key, and we will be following up with this as Ms. Rachel said she will get back to us when she has more information on this. And last but not least, subcommittee recruitment. Our department currently has 6 out of 10 official subcommittee members recruited. So the positions open for the March recruitment consists of 1 publicity, 1 external liaison officer, and 1 treasurer. And yeah, that's all. And any questions? 3, 2, 1. Motion number 13, acceptance of Women's Officers Report accepted by
Natalia.
Mengya. Thank you, Natalia.
Okay, hi everyone, it's Jingwei here, and I will be presenting the editor's report. So the purpose today is to inform all departments about a project we've done in the past month, and also to inform our upcoming projects as well. So in conjunction with March intake, we have produced an orientation booklet with updated SOPs and some updated details about on-campus facilities and services to prepare freshies for physical classes. And the booklet can be accessed via Orientation Hub, Musa's Linktree, as well as Monga's Linktree. And next, we have embarked on a media project titled as So This Is Love, with our head of media going around campus to ask students what they think about love, and subsequently covering topics such as LDRs, toxic relationships, self-love, and etc. Our first part of the series is already up on our Instagram, and it has garnered a significant amount of engagement. So remember to go and watch it if you haven't already. And next, we have also announced our Humans of Monash project on the 28th of February, which is basically a collection of personal stories from the student body
And submissions for Humans of Monash will be open till the end of our term. And we're also going to announce our thematic month for March very soon, which is titled as Butterfly Effect. We want to encourage students to celebrate all the what ifs and all the what could have been, giving them the chance to imagine the alternative outcomes in separate moments of their lives. And as for collaborations, we will be having a collab with Ensemble on Women's Day, titled as Women's March. The purpose is to provide an outlet for women to express their sense of being a woman and what it feels like to fight for equal rights in a patriarchal society. It is a submission-based project, and the submissions can be in the form of written pieces, artwork, or photos. And the chosen pieces will get to be featured in our magazine. And next, we have our usual monthly snapshot challenge. The theme for March would be home, and the competition is equally funded by Monga and Monash Photography Society, with MPS assisting Monga in publicizing and posting submissions and winners. The results will be announced on the 2nd of April. And lastly, for our Subcom recruitment, we have successfully recruited 14 subcoms and 2 contributors during January recruitment, and we'll proceed to actively promote for our March recruitment. So any questions? Okay, then move on to acceptance of editor's report. Accepted by
Megan.
Oh,
Amina.
I think Adrian. Yeah. Thank you, Adrian.
Welcome. Right, SAS highlights. SAS subcommittee recruitments for new members have been recruited to our subcom as of 2nd of February. Moving on towards our events, we had the March intake orientation, which took place at 2:30 p.m. on Wednesday, the 23rd of Feb. Event officers are currently now focused on consolidating activities for our mingle night planned for the 11th of March. Treasurers are currently working on the budget proposal for mingle night, which is to be completed by the 3rd of March. Publicity officers are focused on designing back-to-school content, as well as completing the content calendar for upcoming Instagram posts. And lastly, we had a meeting with Cable on the Starbucks company on the 1st of March, and just to discuss how their app works and what services they can provide towards us. That's all. Accepted by
Next person.
All right. So, for the School of Business, we have a January recruitment. We have successfully onboarded 9 members out of the 12 candidates, which includes 1 treasurer, 2 publicity officers, and 6 operations officers. And all members have already started with operations for their respective departments in accordance with our School of Business activities calendar. And on to the next point is the SOB subcommittee team adjustment. We have 2 publicity officers, which is Miss Mindy and Miss Rachel. They request to transfer to another department within the School of Business. However, both officers have been approved by both of the Musa School of Business representative, me and Sean. But however, this is important to note that the rest of the subcommittees were informed that this is the last time they are allowed to change departments. And in the future, they would need to resign from the Musa School of Business subcommittee team and reapply for the next recruitment. And on to the next point, which is our major year representative recruitment. We managed to onboard 6 out of 9 major representatives, where there were no candidates for the business law and taxation representative, international business management representative, and the econometrics and business statistics representative. And however, we successfully onboarded 3 out of 3 year representative, and all candidates showed a promising potential and are all conversant with their major years. And so the candidates chosen were all sociable, ensuring that they are able to flexibly assist other departments in School of Business if needed. And on to the next point is where we liaise with PMO for matters pertaining to more exposure for School of Business events and initiatives. So the Musa School of Business representative, me and Sean, arranged a meeting with Mr. Marvin Kumar, which is the manager of the Engagement and Impact Office. Mr. Marvin expressed that all matters pertaining to industries or the corporate world can be bridged to SOB through him, which provides us with more avenues to take in approaching their academic events. And also, Ms. Tavamani is our point of contact for School of Business Musa matters. And she has expressed she will be able to email blast the cohort for any initiatives we may have, which is of great use to us. And on to the next point is the ASMIRA from Monash Connect. So the School of Business Inquiries.Malaysia email has been discontinued and students must now submit their inquiries via a ticketing system known as ASMIRA. And so many students have approached us instead using of ASMIRA. This is because the system takes an average around 3 working days to respond to inquiries. And sometimes the ticket might close if students may have follow-ups, making them have to submit a new ticket and wait much longer. This may be really inconvenient for students who are unable to come physically to campus, especially the ones with urgent issues that require a fast response. And therefore, this issue is to be brought up to Professor Jane in the upcoming SSLC on the 23rd of March, where me and Sean will discuss this issue and try to add if there's another alternative or way to make the system respond faster. And on to the next point is our School of Business Orientation Mingle Night, which takes place on the 25th February 2022. The participants were unexpectedly to be lesser than the previous SOB Mingle Night back in February 2021. But however, as we reduce the number of the breakout rooms, this turned out to be very engaging towards the participants. And because of the last minute breakout rooms arrangement, the events became a bit uncoordinated and the flow of the event is quite messy. However, we managed to finish all of our events on time. And the lucky draw was successfully initiated at the end of the program. And however, the feedback form could be given before the lucky draw, before participants started leaving the Zoom thing. And last but not least is our SOB Mentorship Program. This event is to take place from the 5th to 17th of March and is to be solely conducted in WhatsApp groups. And participants will be grouped with the major representative from the School of Business with our operations team members, where they will help any students with any inquiries they may have and help to incite conversation, allowing participants to bond further. In the separate WhatsApp groups, there is to be at least one online initiative hosted with their respective groups to help participants bond more. And as of the 2nd March 2022, there were only 23 participants have signed up, which is much lower than expected as well. And therefore, the School of Business will continue to promote in all communication channels in hopes that it will rise before the registration closes. And that's all for the School of Business report. Do you guys have any questions? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Motion number 16, acceptance of School of Business representative report presented by
Mina.
Okay, thank you, Minao. Sorry, guys.
Dom, I will share if that's okay with you.
Thank you. I'm gonna go for dinner.
Okay, give me a second. Sue.
Yes, I'm here. Here. Am I lagging?
Can hear.
Can hear. Okay, so the first highlight, current subcommittee team. So basically, all subcommittee positions have been filled, excluding for our designer too, whose recruitment is actually undergoing now, and the publicity officer and our head of events will be in charge for the poster designs for the time being while we are recruiting for designers. And for the operations briefing, it has actually been carried out, and all subcommittee members has started their respective operations actually. And a proper introduction via Instagram for our subcommittees will be carried out very soon. And for the highlight point number 2, designer recruitment for designer, a primary expression of interest has actually been sent out to the students to gauge their interested demographics and also to prepare them for the recruitment that is happening currently. And 4 students have actually expressed their interest to us, and they have been given a design task of designing the poster for EMC 2.0. We have also urged them to join the official recruitment should their design prove satisfactory. And for point number 3, year recruitment, the recruitment is actually currently ended, and the list has been finalized and completed, as well as sent to the vice presidents, and training session will be held tentatively in week 3 around 15th of March. Okay, and for the Hello Buddies Mentorship Program, approval for this event has actually been obtained, and mentor and mentee registration started on 21st February, and mentor allocation has been completed, and all the mentors has also been urged to reach out to their mentees this week. All right, then JQ will cover the last 4 points. JQ, you there?
Yeah. So the Musa Mamtek DHL Hackathon, we commenced our proposal review on 15 February with our sponsors for this event. Currently, the DHL representatives are okay with the proposal and they will bring it up to their higher ups. So once both parties have agreed, right, the legal procedures will commence as followed by the execution around mid-year. Okay, then for engineering maths competition, or EMC for short, the event proposal is completed and has already been approved yesterday. Okay, this is in line with our manifesto because we are trying to revamp some of the traditional events that was done pre-COVID. But this will be a virtual event with regards to the increasing number of COVID cases and also to prevent delays from management. And the questions has been tested and finalized, and we have already started execution this Monday with publicity and logistics. Okay, then for Hello Buddies Orientation Mingle session, just a brief report on it. This was an online replacement for the Orientation Engineering Exploration Day due to orders from campus operations, and we had around 46 freshies and 23 mentors. The overall feedback was satisfactory as the students enjoyed the 6 discipline breakout room briefing and QA, but there was a fair portion of feedback requesting for more varieties in activities in which we have technically exhausted our options in the online setting and also on-campus events. Then only 50% of the new intakes joined the session, and we had trouble recruiting mentors for the event as well. So this has led us to think an online orientation event for Sem 2 is no longer feasible for School of Engineering. And we might consider scrapping the event next semester and just change it for the discipline briefing if online orientation is going to happen next semester, touch wood. Okay, and on our final notice is the feedback for on-campus events, which is similar to a petition from Monash Student Association from Clayton. So we are actually been in contact with MAMEX Exco or the Engineering Clubs Exco regarding the sudden transition of on-campus event to online event and continued ban on social events. So taking inspiration from the off-campus ban from Clayton management and Clayton's Monash Student Association's response to it, and as well as MAMEX survey for the 12 engineering committees with regards to the transition and ban, we feel like from SOE side, we feel that an on-campus event survey might be possible to be implemented throughout Musa, through the functioning bodies, CNS, Musa, and the 7 schools, and possibly student life. So this feedback survey, right, is actually in preparation for a petition should that a concrete and reasonable plan is not ready by the mid-semester for on-campus events, hence the reason for the feedback, which is to collect student sentiment as to solidify the basis of the petition. Then the reason we are pushing for this is because having on-campus event was actually the first thing in our manifesto when we ran for elections, and although you know that sudden changes due to the COVID situation is unavoidable, but then if we don't do something about it, right, it doesn't feel appropriate for School of Engineering. And that is all for the School of Engineering's report. Any questions? 3, 2, 1.
Ellie.
I haven't said yet.
Natalia.
Accepted by
Amina.
Megan.
Amina. Hi, say. I haven't said yet. Okay, I'll be passing on to
Sir.
You want me to continue sharing or?
Sure.
You share, okay.
Yes, okay, I shall make it probably 2 minutes on the dot. Okay, first, School of IT report. First day, Hello Coders Mentorship Program. So the onboarding section had 67 mentees with 12 mentors who were selected through written interviews. and they participate in various activities such as the treasure hunt and also Kahoot. And then the winners from both activities were contacted through their mentors or personally. And currently, we are processing the claims for the contacted winners. And then for the grant vouchers for the mentors will be provided when they fulfill their end requirements. Oh, wait. All right. All right. So for the second point is the Student External Fund Initiative with the SEFI. We are currently working with SEE in finalizing the SEFI handbook, but currently it has been starting to be distributed to the relevant parties. We are going to wrap up tentatively by week 1. And third thing is the January and March subcommittee recruitment. So from the January subcommittee recruitment, we concluded that we have recruited seven students, which consists of 1 secretary, 1 treasurer, 3 events, and 2 publicity. So that makes it 10 subcommittee members for our team. And we had our first meeting back in January. And then currently our March recruitment has been commenced and our interviews will be conducted either virtually or physically. And then next is the Musa X-Wired Resume Bank Initiative. So the latest update that we had is that we have provided our proposal to the unit coordinator, who will be the project supervisor for our project. And then he has passed on to the software engineering final year project students for them to actually work on it. So on our end, we will be liaising with the software engineering final year students in actually allowing them to develop this project on our behalf. So thank you, JQ. And lastly, Monash X Unbound Research Grant. So as Alpha has mentioned about Musa X Unbound, there's a research grant that was proposed by Unbound for us to actually venture in which one PhD holder in IT has to be involved in this research grant team. So hence, we'll be having an internal discussion with School of IT HOD tomorrow to actually discuss further in terms of this research grant. And that's it. So motion number 18, acceptance of school information technology representatives report accepted by
Yum.
Yeah, I give Meng, I give Meng.
Okay, thanks for now.
Okay. Next is who? Oh, Madison. You want me to share?
Hey, sure, why not?
All right.
Okay, so hi guys. All right. Highlights. Subcommittee recruitment 2.0. 5 positions available. We really need publicity officers because I'm here. But I'm really not. Okay. Point 2, events and initiatives. We have the 7 School Spirit Week coming up soon. SMHS merchandise, that's in planning. We have an applied psychology behavioral economics workshop. That's a collaboration with SOB, and we're having a meeting tonight, I think. It's in the planning stage, and we're hoping to have it in week 7. Midnight sales also around that time, and that will be in collaboration with Mohammed's. It is also currently in planning organization at the moment, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Accepted by
Natalia.
Talia, thank you very much.
All right. SOP, want me to share?
Yeah, thank you. So
Alright.
for SOP, we had our subcommittee recruitment. 7 applicants have been shortlisted. So for now, we have 7 subcommittees in the team, and we still lack 3 subcommittees to make up 10. And we hope that we can complete the team in the March recruitment. So next, SOP orientation. This was a collaboration with MUFAS, Monash Pharmacy. No, that's not it. Monash University Pharmacy Society. Okay, so for this, we had an online escape room, and it was conducted from 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. on the 25th of February. So before that, we recruited also 22 students, 11 student guides, and also 11 buddies to help out for the orientation events. So student guides will walk them through the transition, and buddies are basically game masters for the event. So the third one, Mentor-Mentee program, we launched this on the 1st of March, and it will last for 12 weeks. And each mentor will have 1 mentee paired with them, and they will help them to adapt to the Monash culture. So finally, the use of physical AMH, the Australian Medicines Handbook for physical examination. This one we have clarified with our deputy head of education of our school. So we are still allowed to use a soft copy, but they encourage us to buy a hard copy of the AMH. So if the students want to purchase one, there will be no subsidy. That is on their own. Yep, so that's all from us. Any questions from everyone? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, accepted by
JQ.
Right, thanks, JQ.
Hi, so gonna keep it short. So from School of Science, it's only 4 main things. So firstly, we have Monash, Malaysia. So we were at campus for all week last week. I don't think you miss out the fact that we sat there from 8:30 to 4 every day, just to let people scan the QR code to Monash Connect to find the necessary information, as our faculty email and EFO will not be the go-to anymore for any inquiries that they have. And secondly, for Orientation Week, School of Science had 2 main events, which was the welcome event on Thursday and senior tips and tricks on Friday last week. Both events went pretty smoothly with attendance approximately 50 to 60 people. Overall, we had a very positive feedback from the participants. I'll pass it on to Megan from here.
Okay, so Adrian and I have been actively taking part in EMO's peer mentoring program. We had our first session today, actually, but attendance was not really good. So we are liaising with them to improve the participation rate. And we have also attended their training session, and we'll continuously attend and liaise with them for any upcoming sessions to show our support. And moving on, we participated in the January recruitment. We had 23 applicants, which was pretty good, similar to last year's, and we recruited 9 subcommittee members. Now, Adrian and I will be participating in the March recruitment to recruit another publicity officer. And that's the end of our report, accepted by
Niren.
Tina.
I said first.
No, it was
Well,
me.
you're literally next to her. What the heck?
Yeah, all the more reason. Oh, it says Niren though. Okay. So... excuse me. Sorry.
Just now Ina was like, I loved you and everything, and now you're gonna do this to her.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're such a backstabber. So fake.
Nah, Ina. Let's relax. Okay.
So decision?
I think we've decided it's Niren. Megan said Niren. Right, Megan?
Okay, biggest scam of the century, but okay. Okay. Does anyone have anything to bring up, or any students who are even in here want to talk about anything? If not, then we can adjourn MSc.
Okay. Any last calls?
Before we adjourn, we have to
Yeah.
amend this description. Brandon?
Oh, whoops, sorry. Sorry, my bad. Okay. Yeah, guys, but don't leave yet, please. I already see people saying, don't, whoa, don't leave, whoa, chill, don't leave. We have a photo, session.
You don't get any food from him.
Yeah, exactly. All right, anyways. We already have a photo session with the publicity officers. We need to take a photo for MSc. Okay, and everyone, if you have the background or you can turn on your camera, so just do so if if it's a convenient spot for you right now. Come. Might be our last MSc. All right, guys, just because you're going for re-recruitment doesn't mean you gotta say that. Don't jinx yourself. Okay, I'm just gonna mute you. Okay, great. All right, come, turn your cameras, guys. Come. How many people are in your place near it? Oh my god. It's like 4 people. It should be more. Okay.
I think all the guys are in the same place, and then Megan is just the outsider.
Megan's one of the boys. What do you mean? Okay, well, so I'll wait another 1 or 2 minutes for everyone else to turn on the camera. Winnie, welcome to Malaysia. I heard you're still in quarantine. Okay. Sean, Jen.
Okay.
All right, Sharon, birthday girl, turn on your camera lah.
Happy birthday
Guys, we're not
to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Sharon. Happy birthday
to you.
I pray that none of you ever take quiet. Oh my god. But yeah, happy birthday, Sharon. have a great 19th birthday. Right, sorry that MSC had to be on your birthday, but yeah. Okay, I think another 10 seconds for turn our camera. Right, come on, guys. Ash, you're not trying to turn our camera. Oh my gosh, I don't know if Sharon's here, guys. Sharon's not at MSC. I'm gonna have to call her out on this warning letter. Oh, you're outside. Sorry. Okay, I think we can take a photo now. I think Alpha, you're taking it, right?
Yeah, freestyle, guys. Let's go.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, first page. 3, 2, 1, cheese. Okay, second page. 3, 2. Wait. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Cheese. Okay, thank you. That's all.
Okay, second MSC meeting adjourned at 9:16 p.m. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy your, what day is today? Thursday. Have a great Friday and have a great weekend. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye,